When it comes to changing our body shape, improving our health, being in a leaner, lighter, happier place, maybe moving careers, whatever it is that you're looking to change, it can often and most probably mean that you're going to have to change habits. And this is a really, really big thing because changing habits long term is not easy. Pretty much on anything that you're looking to do, body, health, career, happiness, changing habits is generally a hard process. It can be a fairly long process. And, you know, making sustained changes is a step by step thing and it doesn't happen overnight. Now, often when you're trying to change habits long term, then you've got to really look at some of the reasons why you're having a lot of these kind of old habits just reoccur. Why you're in this kind of negative space, whether you're trying to change your body, whether it's trying to improve your health. Now, some of this is down to environment. So if you want to change your habits, it's important that you have to look in the environment that you're in and obviously changing that environment. So for example, if you've been trying to change your body, using the gym, and in a lot of number of months that have passed, and you have found that you're going, you're attending, but you're not quite getting the results that you want, or perhaps you're even struggling to attend and to keep up that routine, and then maybe the gym environment is not the right environment for you to really, really sustain new improved habits in terms of your health and your body. So the environment is a massive thing. Another thing is, remember that generally a lot of the times on a daily basis, in terms of the way that we're triggered emotionally, there's a part of the brain that will always trigger what's called negative emotions, which could be fear, anxiety, shame, self-doubt. Now remember, it's human nature. We've got these emotions sometimes playing. The brain is there, it wants to keep us in a safe space. So remember, when you're trying to change habits and trying to have more long-standing positive habits, you've got to be more conscious and aware of these negative emotions that are going on. And they could be triggered off, depending on yourself, they could be triggered off by a number of different things that's going on, a number of different fears and doubts and worries that you've got. So in order for you to understand that you have to change long term of your habits, you need to start working towards getting to a more positive frame of mind overall. So starting to replace that doubt with a bit more confidence, starting to replace that fear of failure and judgment with more of the attitude that actually I'm going to do it, I'm going to make mistakes, I'm going to learn from those mistakes, and I'm going to move on and be better from it. So, and being in a more positive frame of mind just sets a more strong foundation in order for you to really attack that habit long term and make those changes. Another thing is, when we're trying to change, it can be tempting, and I've spoken to so many people that have done this before, particularly trying to change their body or get back into an exercise routine, is that sometimes you almost force yourself to be so committed that you go into that kind of all or nothing mindset. That could be you. Maybe it's been diets in the past. Maybe it's been Weight Watchers, Slimming World, different diets you've tried. Maybe it's different gyms, and you're like, no, actually, this time I'm going to do it. It's all or nothing this time. Or if you're one of those all or nothing people that actually you really hit that exercise hard for 6 weeks, but then you completely fall off for months on end. So the problem with that approach is, with that all or nothing approach, is that subconsciously you start to think, actually, if I can't do it right the first time, if I can't change those habits within the first few weeks, I'm a failure. I can't do it. And it's really important that you kind of step away from that all or nothing approach, because there's going to be times where it's still going to be hard and you're going to feel like you're not quite getting there, but you've got to be patient. Whereas if you're trying to think like it's all or nothing, then you're going to be constantly reminded of the things that you can't do yet, and that's not good for the mindset. The next thing is, sometimes we're looking to change, particularly physically, we can be quite vague and think that actually we can have the answer with just one thing. Actually, if I just start exercising, I'm going to change my body shape. I'm eating okay. If I just eat a bit better, then I'll change. And it's just too vague. It's just not specific enough. And the more specific you are with the way that you think about the task you're about to do to change those habits, with the wording that you use, the more likely you are to take action more consistently in order to change that habit. So instead of, right, I'm going to exercise tomorrow, I'm just going to do something. Well, actually, okay, I'm going to start by walking 30 minutes tomorrow. just at a nice, comfortable pace that's right for me. I'm going to do the same again in 2 days, and 2 days after that. Just starts to get you a bit more kind of task orientated. You're taking action, and you understand actually, this is a specific thing I've chosen to do, rather than being vague. Being vague just means that you just not thought about it enough. You're not conscious of it enough, and you're less likely to take action. So these things are really, really important that you bear in mind. Another thing is, I mentioned already, is be patient. So, don't fall into the trap of thinking I'm going to change my habits and this is going to happen in a short period of time. Remember, with habit changing of pretty much any sort, there's still going to be barriers to change. There's still going to be a part of you that's resistant to changing. There's still going to be setbacks. There's still going to be bad days, bad eating days. There's still going to be, days, sometimes multiple days in a row where you haven't quite exercised, or maybe exercised at all. And then you kind of mentally just got to get over that hurdle, put that behind you, and then carry on and focus on what's in front of you. So, be patient and be willing to kind of accept that things aren't always going to go your way in this journey towards changing your habit. And that actually it's going to be a bit like a graph where the graph's going up, then it's coming down a bit, then it's going up a bit more, then down and up, and rather than that it's going to be a perfect straight line and everything's going to be great and it's just going to be in an upward trajectory all the time, where actually it's not going to be the case. There's going to be setbacks, and then you have to push on from there, and you will be stronger from that in the long run. And the last thing I'd say is, which is really important, is make a commitment to any habit change. You've got to make a commitment. So firstly, it's a commitment to yourself deep down that you really want that change, and you're really willing to set aside time, make sacrifices, which can be the case sometimes, have moments where even though you're passionate about changing, there's going to be times where it's not going to feel like fun, it's going to feel like hard work, but actually you really want to do this, whether it's for your own personal health, whether it's for energy, for your family, for your friends, for work, for you to feel happy within yourself and for you to improve your confidence. So just remember that, make a commitment. And sometimes make a commitment means holding yourself accountable, which might be, letting the trainer know, committing to sessions, going along with friends, getting close friends to hold you accountable, to taking action, to making change. And that's really, really crucial, because if you think that you've spent all these weeks and months with these old habits, maybe these negative habits that are slowing you down, if you're trying to move forward and just rely on you, then remember, you are the expert at slowing yourself down. We all are. So without somebody else holding you accountable, it can just feel really easy just to start slacking, start reverting back to old habits, and then you're going to be even more disappointed about the results that you're not getting. So someone else is holding you accountable, whether it's a coach, a trainer, a class member, a friend, then you're more willing to continue taking action, and also they'll be the ones there to help just lift you back up when you're having a dip day or you feel like not doing it, but actually you need to do it and it's really good for you. So bear all of these things in mind. Changing habits are not easy. They take time, they take patience, they take persistence, they take a bit of passion, they require a bit of sacrifice. But in the long run, remember, that's the change that you really want to make. That's the change that you want to really cement into your life, whether it's your body, your health, or your career. And that's going to make you happier down the stretch. You guys take care. Enjoy the rest of your night. Speak soon. Bye.